teams, and now we get to see which side they're going to be starting on. HellRaisers sticking on the CT side, carrying that over from Cash, so they'll be starting here on the defense. Copenhagen Wolves on the offense, and already Copenhagen Wolves, not sure, is that, okay, it's just decoys. Decoys and a flash thrown to top mid.
Well, Kirby, don't think he meant to be a decoy, but he kind of ended up that way, and this is a big problem right now. I mean, it's almost like as soon as Kirby dies, I kind of wish to see the rest of Copenhagen Wolves just rush, because now they've definitely been discovered in what they're up to. HellRaisers have a big lead in this pistol round, and yeah, they have a great setup to deal with anything that comes. Doja does take a shot to the face, though. That's painful.
Nice combo there as well, because Copenhagen Wolves actually stacked. They had one guy on logs and one guy right below him, so they both peaked at the same time. It's almost like you're looking at Ivy on Train, where you got the opera boosted up on the fence and the man below beneath them. They kind of peaked that angle together simultaneously. That was really nice there by Copenhagen Wolves, just hoping to catch that man off guard. They land a headshot on Doja, so he's down to 5 HP. So they're going to have to worry. Doja basically has to play much more careful here. Surprised the Copenhagen Wolves aren't going to try and capitalize that and go B, but they're going to go A, and already Kucher finds the headshot on Cadian.
He wants a little bit more here from the library, but he's going to get found. Tensky takes down Simple, and he's going to pick up a kill on Markelov too. That opens up, that clears the entire A bomb site. And I'm glad you were talking then, because I was just about to praise the setup for HellRaisers. I was going to say having two people by pit is such a strong position. This is going to be really hard for Copenhagen Wolves. Something along those lines. But obviously, Tensky just doesn't care anymore. Going to get those headshots anyway. Angel, the only one with any real health on this HellRaiser side, is trying to find it out with 3 people, while Doja is weirdly off in the second mid for no real reason at all. I mean, they're going to save the armor here.
That's it.
That's what it's down to. Pick up a kit and run.
I'm surprised that Angel is actually sticking around here. Obviously wants to get another frag. He's going to get so close. Pimp down to 1 HP. Doja.
Doja's going to die.
Oh, he's going to get the knife! Okay, that was cool.
That is so good. He knives him at the edge of the explosion, like 1 second before it happens. And Pimp was even ready for it.
Pimp, it was a knife fight, man. I can't believe Doja actually lands that. And that's so perfect for Doja. Now you wonder, yeah, yes. Okay, there we go. That's what I was wondering. Are we going to see him spend that money? $3,000 in the bank. Sure, he didn't hold on to his Kevlar, but he's got so much money, he goes straight up for the Kevlar from us. That is sick.
This is HellRaisers, man.
Yeah,
you think they're not going to buy? People watching, you know, no, definitely. Of course they're going to buy.
I love it, man. I love it. Oh, and then Angel showing he's got that CZ on lock as well. Takes out Glaive instantly.
Angel will go down, and Copenhagen Wolves probably will. I mean, they're not completely oblivious here. They realize there's a chance that this can happen. It still is kind of hard to deal with, especially because, I mean, even trading like this is still going to work out great for HellRaisers.
Do they wait? The question is, does Doja actually push out here?
Well, it looks like they're actually setting up for a push into the bomb site. They have only grenades on Tensky, who's not at the B bomb site. So if they push in now, it'll be without being able to smoke anything off, just flashbangs. And they don't have that many flashbangs.
Yeah,
I'm concerned.
Why is Tensky on the other side of the map? I mean, they still have so much time. I mean, they still, you know, starting to get to that 35 seconds now. Doja is in the perfect position, however. Unless they can flash, Simple's going to draw the attention and taking quite a bit of fire as well. And Doja gets instantly picked up by Pimp. So they try and set the trap there, HellRaisers. They're playing it so perfectly with Simple up on the coils. He's like, pay attention to me, Copenhagen Wolves. Run right past Doja. Don't look to your left. But clearly, Pimp, you can't catch the Pimp off guard. He had his hand warmed up and ready.
I feel disappointed. Even though the Danish team is obviously winning, I feel like I really wanted Doja to make that FAMAS buy work. Because it's such a fun way of starting a first half here on Inferno. But they'll save the CZ-75s in armor, which is all right. And HellRaisers, I don't think this is going to impact them too much. I mean, buying the FAMAS and everything, they're going to be fine in the 4th round anyway.
Oh yeah, they should be all right. Yeah, because this is basically Doja spending his money, and it's the same thing. So he had a little bit more oomph this round. Unfortunately, he can't do anything with it, but still, HellRaisers, it's not going to be the end of the world. As we can see, Doja's pretty even with the rest of his teammates, and Kucher and Markelov still have their pistols to work with. A lot of value. I mean, still just between those two players. Sure, a P250 has been bought up now, but just between those two players, they had actually a sick amount of money on their side. So now let's see. Copenhagen Wolves fully bought up on their side. They're not messing around right now.
I mean, Inferno really is the map to lose anti-ecos on when you're on the terrorist side because of the CZ-75 armor combo. So you really can't underestimate it. Aggressive attempt coming out here from the CT side, and gets mowed down by Cadian in the middle. So nicely handled, and that leads the Danish team to decide, wait a minute, if they pushed up, they're probably not going to leave anyone behind, which actually, that could actually be an interesting play for a team. to put 5 members in A. 3 of them push down and die, and the last 2 are still waiting in a crossfire. Like, it would be kind of a far-fetched mind game, but it could be interesting.
Oh, we've seen, like, all right, it's not like a matchmaking strat, but we do see that sometimes on the B site, where you'll stack B site and you'll put 2 guys at the bottom of B really fast. You know, so they're like, okay, we're going to go aggressive with pistols and just kind of get caught, right? You act like you've just got caught, and you're setting it up to bait the T side to run into the stack. You sometimes see that for B side. Very rarely do you see it for A side. And Copenhagen Wolves make the right call there. So, and again, it's Kucher and Markov, the 2 guys who actually have any gear on HellRaisers. They're just not in the right place at the right time. Got to give kudos to Cadian though. That was some nice spray control, especially once they start getting within lethal range. You got to be keeping your cool in that scenario.
Yeah, so they're gonna save these for 1 more round, which just means they're probably gonna have a few more grenades here, which is all right. So into the 4th round, HellRaisers pick up M4s all around, and I don't think they can actually afford anything else either. So, well, you can see, luckily, Doja didn't have any big impact on him not to, to buy that from us or anything. Not really at all, actually. So, decent equipment on the HellRaiser side. A couple of Molotovs here, and we're going to use them, well, one of them already at the beginning, firebombing that truck. Well, they can't.
Yeah, like they did in the last round, essentially. Just fire it up, and then if anybody's trying to peek behind the truck like that, behind the car, he'll get cut off. He has to either run through the fire and take a lot of damage, or he has to stand and take that fight. So it's a nice little play there by Copenhagen Wolves trying to keep the pressure up here on HellRaisers in case HellRaisers try to get greedy. But HellRaisers, as we can see, they're going with very standard play, in fact. Crossfire set up here, and it's actually going to be Copenhagen Wolves trying to run through, and double entry frag on the B side, just like that. Kjærby and Pimps each finding a frag, but that crossfire fails miserably there for HellRaisers.
Yeah. As opening goes, that was a pretty good one for Copenhagen Wolves. Makes you wonder, because HellRaisers did not have a big choice in trying to hold Banana aggressively because of all the Molotovs. They were kind of they're kind of forced to hold it passively, but they're still not in good spots, obviously, because it's almost the 2nd time this has happened. I mean, the other times, granted, they only had pistols, but it seems like Copenhagen Wolves are pretty good at running in and taking fights exactly in that position.
Yeah, they do seem to have really put some time in on it. I'm glad to see, Cash, they had some interesting play for T side, clearly showing some thought behind what they were doing. And here on Inferno, it's the same thing. Like, they clearly have an idea, like a game plan here, and HellRaisers aren't really throwing them off of that game plan. Like, the only way that HellRaisers get back into this game in a meaningful way is by throwing Copenhagen Wolves out of their strategies and basically into uncomfortable waters where perhaps because they have less experience as a team, they start to flounder a little bit. So long as Copenhagen Wolves can continue to execute their strategies here, HellRaisers are going to struggle. HellRaisers, luckily enough, have enough money to put together a pretty decent buy, actually, all things considered. They have 5 rifles, and they have a decent number of nades. Just no AWP for Simple to play with.
And the solution for HellRaisers actually is to put 3 people in the B bomb site, which you can do. Obviously, puts a lot more strain on the A bomb site, and especially because we can see Copenhagen was sort of trying to take the apartment area. And I think Kucher just makes it around the corner in time. But yeah, 3 people in B is a nice way to handle losing the B bomb site. There's like a cause and effect thing going on there.
If anything early came out, the only problem is this might be a little bit too late, the rotation coming out from Simple, because already Copenhagen Wolves have gathered up on short quad. They're starting to push around. And see actually if they can catch anybody peeking. Cadian with that AWP. He's going to be relieved. Glaive now taking point to check this angle.
Smoke is going to go off towards Little Pit, I'm pretty sure. And Simple is going to be walking almost right into it. Yeah, so there's the smoke landing. And Simple decides, wait a minute, I can't cover anything at this point. So they're still just waiting, and they got about 35 seconds left, which is starting to run a little bit low on the clock for a team like Copenhagen Wolves. But they really, really want HellRaisers to come and peek. HellRaisers don't have a lot of information on what's going on, but as long as they stay in this position, it's going to be fine for them.
Oh, there it is. And Pimp gets headshot, but there's still 2 guys standing there. Pimp gets the kill. Markov alive in the pit here. He's the last man alive on this A side as well. He has to do huge damage. He's going to get completely flanked, though. Tensky dropping down from apartments clears him up. And there you go, just like that. Once again, Copenhagen Wolves taking their time, letting the clock run down quite a bit. But still, when it comes down to it, it seems like everybody really knows their role. They clear out that site perfectly.
So the smoke that was thrown initially by Glaive that landed towards Little Pit and Library is the smoke you'd normally throw if you were going to go for actually a B-split push through Archway. That would be a really useful smoke to land. So I'm pretty sure that Copenhagen Wolves threw that smoke and hoped that HellRaisers would go and look, because that's one really easy way to determine whether or not that kind of play is happening, is you actually just go and look in the middle and see what's going on. So the fact that HellRaisers didn't do it worked out kind of against Copenhagen Wolves, but they obviously got the entry frags anyway to just make it work. So Doja and Angel are going to survive with the rifles, and we're going to be into the 6th round. But this is a stunning start for Copenhagen Wolves.
This is excellent work. T-side as well. Like, they've got everything. They've got bank as well now at that point. Copenhagen Wolves have got a filthy amount of money. So HellRaisers, even if they manage to pick up a buy round now at this, like if they manage to actually pick up a round, Copenhagen Wolves for the next 2 rounds running are going to be able to just keep pressuring them. So this is looking fantastic for the Danes, especially after such a close match on Cash. Them coming back right like this on Inferno is excellent. Now we have to just see them lock it down and not allow HellRaisers to pick up the momentum. Flashes in, and there you go. Entry frag goes CPH's way. Pimps with a double entry. In fact, Kocher gets picked up, and this is not looking good here for HellRaisers. They've already had to rotate a man in.
Well, at least the B defense is still here. Let's see if it's going to be the same kind of entrance for Copenhagen Wolves as they go for it. But the Danish team they're making really good calls. This is what we sometimes refer to as mid-round calling, where somebody, you know, gathers up all the information. We're guessing it's Glaive at this time. You should be Glaive. Probably thinking, well, how can we do this? You know, we've killed a couple of people. Where are they likely to be weak? And right now they've decided it's probably this A bomb site, and they are exactly right. So someone's doing their job over here on the terrorist side. Glaive is going to be running past the library, and Simple's actually is going to flash himself in, pick up the kill on Pimp, comes up from behind. He can't catch Glaive quite in time. Is going to get the kill eventually, and this is actually working out pretty well. We're back into a 2-on-2, which is more than they could have hoped for on the HellRaisers side, but it's still going to be a retake, and it's still not going to be easy.
I'm pretty surprised at how easily Simple was able to get that flank in there as well. He does good damage to Kjærby, but Cadian whips around and takes the kill. And now it's just going to be Doja. He knows that Kjærby is low, but Cadian is still at full HP with that AWP, so Doja has to hit some sick shots here. Doesn't have a whole lot of time to act as well, but he does have a kit. This is a very nice crossfire here for Copenhagen Wolves. As soon as Doja manages to find one of the players, the other one should be racking up the frag. And there you go. They've spotted him out on short. Cadian knows now. And Doja, does he manage to make it back around? And he does not. Cadian shuts him down, but goes up with the bomb.
Yeah, they all die with the bomb. So actually, I mean, at the end, that was the best of Doja. I mean, even if he gets the kills, I guess the only thing he does is like get a kill bonus. But either way, they were all going to die with the bomb once he was in there. So 6-0. It's just starting to get frightening for HellRaisers.
Yeah, this is definitely them out of their comfort zones here.
The Molotovs again. They keep using this one Molotov to firebomb can we call it a carcass? I mean, it's kind of like a car that's burned out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it is kind of it's kind of old.
Yeah.
And this guy looks like it's been sitting there.
Sick wordplay, man. Simple is going to be peeking out here with the AWP, and he instantly gets the kill, and he actually hits Kjærby as well, so that was a double shot for the CT AWPer. Very nicely handled, and I would not be surprised if this is the thing that sparks HellRaisers to get back into this match. Simple AWPing, simply simple AWPing.
Simply, well, very clear. Kocher, Markelov, they're picking up frags. They've got the good solid crossfire on the A side. Glaive steps in and finds Markelov instantly, though. But it's still a man lead here and a life lead as well. Pretty substantial margin here for HellRaisers to work with. And there's no reason for HellRaisers to go ham here or try and rush through smoke, take unnecessary risks. They've got the man advantage. They just need to play off of that at this point. Wait for all 3 guys to rotate in and then just crush Copenhagen Wolves on that site. But they're already trying to set it up and get clever as well, putting Angel up in apartments. They know that they'll have the time. Now they just have to find the shot. And Kjærby, I think he just got spotted out, and he is. Doja from the apartments is going to pick up the frag.
And there is no kit.
Oh, no kit.
I'm really worried about this, but there is, I think, just going to be enough time. They're going to have it with just a second left. So HellRaisers going to pick up their first round.
That was a bit too close for comfort there, mate.
Oh, I was scared to finish that sentence. It sounded like it was right on the edge, but it was actually closer than I thought.
That was a bit too close.
Simple AWPing is the key to many things for HellRaisers, not just in this matchup, but I feel like in almost any matchup. So actually, it's a bit of a shame that we're into the 8th round in the first half before he starts picking it up. It's almost like it would have been worth it for HellRaisers to wait or buy it, like, you know, glass cannon. I mean, anything to get it earlier, basically.
Yeah, it's just the money, when money allows, right? Especially when you go for aggressive forces in the 2nd round, for example. 4th round means that they don't have a whole lot to go into it, and before you know it, you're 8 rounds in, and you're finally on the board here. So Simple, as soon as he does pick up that op, he does what he's required, like what's required of him.
It's actually a decent point, because you're right. If they had not bought the FAMAS and Doja had bought an AWP, I mean, we're all like 20/20 hindsight on this, so I mean, it's easier for us to say this, but just to figure out what HellRaisers could have done differently to not be in this position, that could have definitely been a potential solution.
Okay, was there a Molotov down there? Like flames? They all looked very orange there for a second. Except nobody was acting like there was... No, there's like a light. Is there a pumpkin in that corner or something?
A pumpkin?
I don't know. Like they're all lighting up really orange when they walk past the pit. Look.
I don't know.
See that?
I see what you mean.
Cameraman, is it possible to just get off of them real quick just to check?
Well, now he's
What the hell is going on over here? That lighting. Okay, well, let's get back into the play.
They got 3 people here again. They're really adamant with this B defense on the HellRaiser side, and it's working out beautifully for them this time. Cadian's going to get 1 return kill. He's going to get taken down by Angel, and Doja with a double in the meantime. Tensky pushing in. It's going to get dropped by Angel. So pretty much picture-perfect setup. They did lose Simple, but they saved the AWPs. That's the most important thing. And HellRaisers off with a 2nd round. A lot of money still on the Copenhagen Wolves side, especially Pimp with a bit of a bank, which is fitting. He's called Pimp after all.
Exactly, man. He should be the one with the dollar bills. He's turning into the real sugar daddy here. He's still got 5,700 in the bank as well. He's going to be able to pass that off, which means that basically if Copenhagen Wolves lose a 3rd round in a row here, they may be able to get a buy-in large part due to the bank that Pimp has. So simple, aggressive position from him, no fear. Confidence looking towards that T-pit, but he's not going to find a kill. And now, wisely decides to back off in case he's getting flanked from 2nd mid. So changing up the angle and staying on his feet, that's good experience opping on Inferno.
A most excellent grenade landing on Angel at the top of Banana. Really frustrating. They're back to the double setup here, which has been not working at all for HellRaisers, especially without the ult being here. It seems like either Simple or 3 people is the way for them to really hold B. So I'm kind of hoping that Copenhagen Wolves is going to test this proposition for us just to see if it's going to work. But it kind of feels like they aren't, because they're taking the bomb up the middle and they have a control of apartment. So that generally is a big sign that it's going to be an A push eventually. Simple waiting on the corner by Archway. And that could really be a stick in the wheel of Copenhagen Wolves as they come through here. Grenade runs in. Simple's going to reposition himself, and they're going to run back with the bomb. So maybe we will get a taste of that B defense after all.
Yeah, this is really clever play. And again, they're just lighting up as they run past there. What is that? Okay, we're going to have to do some investigating later, Anders. But Molotov's going down. They're basically using everything here, HellRaisers. They know that Copenhagen Wolves don't have a lot of time, and they're going to just go rushing through, and Doja picks up the first shot on Glaive. The rest of his mates getting slowed down with the flashes, but Doja's still alive at the fountain, just getting shot after shot.
Really good defense this time. This is pretty much enough. They have a 2-on-3, and Cadian is very low on health. The bomb is going to go down. They should be able to retake it. They're all here at the bomb site fairly quickly, so they have some time to work with as well. Molotov coming out here from the terrorist side. Tensky's going to get the first kill, 2nd kill as well. Now it's down to a 1-on-2. Simple trying to see if he can walk in, and he's going to get the first one. Tensky sprays. He's not quite connecting. He's down to 12 health, and Simple is on 100 with a headshot mid-air as he's jumping past. And it's going to be Tensky picking up the triple, and Copenhagen Wolves stealing it with a B push again. Although I will say, it wasn't as effective as previously, but it worked in the end.
Yeah, it worked in the end, and I think that's the only thing that matters at this point for Copenhagen Wolves. They're like, okay, great, it was ugly, fine. We still manage it, and it's fitting that it's Tensky as well, once again coming through for the clutch, getting the entry frags, but then managing to lock down the side in the end. That's huge individual play from him.
Would you go so far as to say it was a tense moment for Tensky?
Yeah, I think so.
Another setup here at the B-bomb site for HellRaisers. This time they try with an aggressive 3-man push coming out, and Kebu sprays while halfway flash to get 2 kills. Doja with a good return on Kebu. He's going to put it down into a 3-on-3. And Doja is just waiting for someone to push through, but Copenhagen Wolves aren't going to bite the bullet here. So I mean, they have the lead here. Trading evenly, definitely a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. And Copenhagen, exactly. Even man advantage here for Copenhagen Wolves. It's going to favor the T side because when they go crashing into a site, all 3 members will be gathered up, whereas there might just be the one. And this time around, it's going to be Kocher here for HellRaisers. He's alone, and he instantly gets caught. Glaive going through him like a sword through butter.
Markolov really wants to see if he can get through. He's in what used to be referred to as Little Pit most of the time, because there actually used to be a pit here in 1.6 where you can like crawl under a tiny bridge and stuff, but still Little Pit, and he's got help from Doja coming in. Once again, they don't have a defuse kit, so I'm actually not surprised. I was about to say I'm wondering why they keep pushing in here, because there's obviously no way it's going to happen. So yeah, they do make a run for it. Glaive wants to see if he can catch them. He's actually a second too late. Interesting.
He's so close. Is he going to catch him? Markolov, man.
How is... he must have almost heard the run, because he's not checked anywhere else. He's just run straight past Markolov this whole way without checking construction or anything else. I'm guessing maybe he had like a faint, audio cue that Markolov was running that way, because he looked pretty damn determined.
Yeah, it's all about following the steps there, right?
If we can take a look at Kirby again and see if he's going to throw the same flashbang at the beginning of the round, because I'm thinking he's going to... Oh, not the flashbang, sorry, the Molotov. I'm pretty sure that's just become like this the standard round for Copenhagen Wolves. So yeah, again, the carcass up there is going to get destroyed.
It's going to be kept warm. Look at this light. It's like there's a fire in that corner or something. It's lighting up all the models as they go past. How...
Oh. Flash into the middle. Doja with the only rifle, one of the two rifles they have, and it gets the kill, even almost takes down Cadian. HellRaisers are, you know, almost not entirely on an eco. They only have the two rifles they saved from the previous round, so this type of opening is pretty big. Well played, Doja, and well played, HellRaisers, for getting that pop flash in.
Yeah, that was really impressive there. Cadian nearly getting dropped down to... I mean, nearly gets caught by Doja. That was some sick spray control from Doja. Such a shame that he doesn't pick up the second frag. But they're not out of the woods yet here, Copenhagen Wolves. They've taken a lot of damage on Cadian. Kirby has managed to sneak his way up to the top of B site, but that crossfire is still here. Angel just lurking. Nobody showing anything here on the CG side until Angel peeks around the corner and catches Kirby lurking. Now it's just Cadian, and he's going to walk into Kucha. This is a horrendous Copenhagen Wolves. They're down to 2 guys.
Yeah. This is not looking good. Pimp, gets the kill, but he gets shot in the face with the pistol beforehand, so Kucha has done a lot already. Doja's here, shooting through the edge of the smoke. Tensky, well, he's going to pick up 1 kill. Still a 1-on-3 for him, and not even sure he can get the bomb down realistically. They're all so close, and he's inside the triangle of doom. He's going to take one of them down, turns around, and gets taken out by Doja with the triple, and Doja surviving on exactly 1 health. I mean, I don't think HellRaisers actually can celebrate at all this first half. Even if it finishes 8-7, if they take the next 4 rounds in a row, this will still be a pretty horrendous first half for them.
Yeah, no doubt. No, there's no getting around that at this point. HellRaisers are just basically battling to try and like get something out of this half because they cannot go out. They need to get more rounds. They cannot let this end on like a 9-6 for Copenhagen Wolves. Like they need to get the remaining 4. So this is it, HellRaisers. They do manage to have a big buy here, and Copenhagen Wolves actually forced to eco, so this is their big opportunity. Simple, pulling a Cadian, well, gets the triple kill and just shuts down that push. He's got the bomb as well up here in AAPS.
Yeah, nice illustration of the C-75 ult combo working really well. He misses a shot, but Markolov turns out to be the ultimate buddy and helps him out so that he doesn't get killed. So overall, just a very solid anti-eco round coming out from HellRaisers, which is great if you compare how badly they were playing on Cash, where they actually lost 2 of them and almost a 3rd one. So kind of good to see them hold on to everything here.
Now I'm curious to see what Copenhagen Wolves are going to go for now that they have rifles. Seems like slow play at least. They want to see if they can't punish Simple, I think, with this very quick play up second mid. They may try and peek out at mid fairly quickly. There you go, the shoulder peek, and Simple was holding the angle. And there you go, Cadian hunts him down. Nicely done there. Copenhagen Wolves find the entry, and they don't waste any time. They're pushing in right to the site.
Yeah, they are. This is a big problem. The only one that can really save it here is, well, Angel coming up from behind, but he goes down as well. Inside the pit, they've lost the last player defending the A-bomb site. The bomb is dropped here, though, so Doja actually has control of this round so far, which is pretty awkward for Copenhagen Wolves. Must be the worst feeling, getting into the bomb site and then realizing you forgot the bomb. That chicken was moonwalking. Oh, God, I hope we have that on tape. This is the first moonwalking chicken I've ever seen.
It's a day for the history books, mate.
I'm stunned. Doja will pick up a kill, and he's going to win the round because he dropped the 1 guy carrying the bomb coming up with the bank stab. Tensky. He's in a 1-on-2 and there's 30 seconds left. And they each have a double kill here. Tensky just wants this, and he can actually see the shadow, so he's really trying to pre-fire. And there's no reason for anyone on the HellRaiser side to take a fight right here. Oh. 20 seconds, there's almost no way he can do this.
Yeah, and Kucha hears the steps. He gets around the corner. And now it should be a safe play there. Doja's going to catch him. Too many angles there for Tensky to check coming around that corner. So really nicely done. And you're right, Doja pretty much the man of the match right there for HellRaisers as far as they're concerned.
The chicken. It is moonwalking. Oh, I love this.
What?
That's the best thing I've ever seen. By far the best thing. This day has already been completed. We could quit right now and it still would have been worth it. Angel with the auto sniper, Simple with the AWP, and he gets that shot on Kirby jumping by, and it is Copenhagen Wolves ecoing again. So actually, the 7-8 Dream is not that far off for HellRaisers, which, as I said earlier, I don't think it's quite enough for them, but I mean, we wouldn't rule it out entirely either. It's not like they're a bad team on the terror side of Inferno.
No, they're definitely up to point. I mean, they could do it. It's just that you're thinking about Copenhagen Wolves, right? Bit of a well, Danish advantage. It's like a natural trait, you know. All of a sudden they're playing an MMO, and it's like, you know, +1 to defense, +1 to CT side. So it's going to be tough for HellRaisers, but then you do need to have pretty much impeccable rotation and communication when you're playing on the CT side of Inferno to get those big score lines. In Copenhagen Wolves, this could be something where they don't manage to excel just because of how fresh of a team they are.
That is true, but you're right. I would say that Copenhagen Wolves should have a pretty good hold on playing the CT side, especially, and actually, you know, just to contrast that with HellRaisers, especially on the B-bomb side. I feel like that's something that Glaive's teams usually do pretty well. Doja caught looking at the ground, admiring the floorboards up there, which they are looking good, but he should be focused on winning the game here. That's definitely more important. Glaive down to the pit with the AWP, and this is going to be still a pretty difficult retake here because they're going to lose a player already. Glaive still down here. Molotov is actually going to cut them off from getting into the site. When they make the crossover, they got to not do it at the same time. Glaive with a pistol running out. He's out of bullets, trying to reload, and Angel is going to take him out. And they should have just enough time for the defuse here as well. So HellRaisers going to make it to a 6th round.
Way too close. But that has got to be so awkward, Glaive. You don't reload the pistol. You get caught with 2 bullets. He could have changed everything there. Especially
because the one HellRaisers player was actually running back towards the bomb, so...
Exactly. If he stops that man from getting on that bomb, if he just shoots him in the side of the head and stops him from getting to that bomb, the man who's behind him in the pit, even if he kills him, doesn't have the time to get to the bomb for the defuse. So that was a big play there. Glaive, that's so awkward. Simple. Cadian. Oh, and Cadian moves just as he takes the shot.
But he does something very intelligent, which instead of trying to re-peek and just strafe out, he goes in ducked, and then he stands up and is a little bit faster than Simple, which has actually been a couple of times now. Yeah. Pimp is going to take down Markolov. Cadian is doing a very fine job. I'm a big fan of what he's up to here.
Yeah, clearly. He's got some mind games going right there. He's also landing the shots. He did have a few rounds where he missed with the AWP on Cash, for example, but here on Inferno, he seems to be really solid about picking up those entries for Copenhagen Wolves. And when he has that AWP on the T side, that's what they expect of him. He needs to be the man opening up the map for them. So good play there by Cadian.
Yeah, but if you'd asked me beforehand if I thought Cadian was going to win in a battle against Simple on this map, I would have said, no way in hell is he going to do that. So, yeah, definitely a good accomplishment here. Angel wants to go out and fight them. Actually, he's going to smoke it off here, but they're all coming for him. Auto sniper through smoke is definitely impressive, but they have enough time to wait for it here. 40 seconds still. They can wait for the smoke to clear, and at that point, Angel is going to be in a pretty tough position. And he's also the only one holding.
Yeah, he's just putting some shots through again. Let them know that if you want to come in through that choke point, you're going to have to go up against an auto sniper, and that's never fun. The Copenhagen Wolves, they are going to be gathering up for that B-side play, and it's all going to come down to whether he can hold now. Angel, reinforcements are there. Dojo's at the cross, and there you go. First shot landed by Angel. He just needs to stay alive at this point.
But they're going to wrap around. He almost takes down Kirby. Look at the damage he's done here, but it just isn't enough. This is the final round. There's 4 seconds left. Are they planting? Yes, all right, they are. I was getting worried. That would have been awful. Kucha's going to have to try and retake this bomb site 1-on-4, and obviously no point in him running away because he won't be saving anything for the second half. He's got plenty of grenades, and especially when he knows some guys in that corner, the Molotov's pretty much the perfect tool for it, but he's going to throw it far. Pimp will pick up the final headshot, and that will be a 9-6 finish for Copenhagen Wolves. Definitely feels like we should be going to Dust 2. I mean, at this point, Copenhagen Wolves are very close.
Yeah.
Even if they lose the pistol round, they'll be close.
That's the thing here. But HellRaisers, they are capable of running it back as well, so it really is tough. I mean, likelihood of HellRaisers running it back on the T side now, pretty slim, but still. I think Copenhagen Wolves, they got to be happy with this. So let's see how things play out here. And it's going to be a lot of gear actually picked up for Copenhagen Wolves. No Kevlar, really, apart from Pimp. But the rest of them investing in nades. Quite a few nades, in fact. And then Tensky with the CZ. Surprised it's not Cadian going for the CZ instead. Seeing as how he's had so much success with the pistol. And again, there's that glow in Banana. It's going to drive me insane, man, because there's nothing there generating it. It's not like there's a fire burning in the corner or something.
I should have went with the approach. You're just saying, I don't see a glow symbol. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right? You missed your opportunity, man. You're like, no, it's there, I swear. You gotta believe me, man.
We're back to the Semler getting high. It's down to 8 health for Glaive, and Pimp has also been tagged up just a tiny bit. But I mean, HellRaisers are trying to see if they can inch their way forward. They have got a guy over in they had a guy over in apartments just taking a look. but he didn't find anyone either. So now it looks like they're going for a timed push. They have no grenades. They're all on body armor here. So this is brute force style.
Yeah, all the damage that they've done to Pimp in particular, Kirby is still sitting at full HP. So they're going to have to worry a little bit about him. He doesn't have Kevlar, but Pimp being fairly low, that's a bit of a problem if they go for the B take.
Do they want to wrap around through Archway as well?
It's looking like it.
Well, they keep running back and forth. This is like a very elaborate, almost matchmaking level strat. They run in, they run back again, and Glaive was here to pick up the first kill on Doja. Now the push is going to come in, but Copenhagen Wolves actually have a great setup for it. It feels like HellRaisers may have mind-gamed themselves at this point. And Kerbu, is he going to deny the plant? He will, and that pretty much kills the round. 10 seconds left here. They got to clear the bomb site and try and put the bomb down, and they just won't. Kerbu coming up with 3 kills. If HellRaisers had pushed when there was only 2 people there, one of them being Pip, who was already at like 40 or 60 health, they could have very likely won the round. But that little adventure back to Archway and then running back again, somehow Copenhagen Wolves just read that. Maybe it was too obvious.
Maybe.
Actually, it comes back to something we've talked about a little bit in the past, which is that when you're trying to sell fakes, generally just running or shooting is not always enough. Sometimes you want to throw in like grenades. That's why people do it to begin with, you know. Grenades is sometimes a good way of telling people, actually, yeah, we're all coming. Lots of grenades.
I think that a lot of the importance comes from that man holding an arch as well for Copenhagen Wolves, because he had the nade there, and then he spots out HellRaisers running up, but HellRaisers more importantly spot him there, and they're like, okay, do we want to waste the time hunting this guy in CT? Probably not likely, and then it weakens the overall push there for HellRaisers.
Mag 10 on Doja, and they had a bunch of armor as well, because they never got the bomb down here, so not too surprising. A little bit silly maybe to do the Mag 10, but I'm actually curious if that could be a trend at some point. Maybe it'll be good enough.
Oh! He does get 1 kill with it. He does get 1. I was wondering if the second one was going to be possible there, but the Mac 10, if you're shooting at the body, it's going to take a bit too long, especially when you don't have Kevlar. So Copenhagen Wolves, they hold on to this lead. Don't lose too many there. And HellRaisers pretty much as expected. They're going to go for another round of eco here, so it's going to be a bye in the 19th round for them. So not the end of the world here for HellRaisers, but it's pretty well. It is kind of the end of the world just because Copenhagen Wolves have such a head start in this second round. I mean, 2 rounds already. They finished this 9-6. Now they're 2 rounds ahead over on the CT side, the favorite side of Inferno. It's pretty much Copenhagen Wolves' match to lose at this point. It's their map to lose because they have such a tremendous lead going into the second half.
Yeah, they really do. I have a hard time seeing how it's going to work out. Seemed like that was a well-calculated grenade from Kerby.
That one was very nice as well.
And it's going to be Pimp going down up in the apartments, but not really too much of an effect. They can't steal the rifle, though you could tell that Kucha really wanted to.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. And then who was it? Was it Cadian? Or somebody just steps up, he's like, no gun. They're using the bait and it works perfect. Does Kucha go for Galil armor? No, he's just going to go flat out AK. Okay, yeah, he still has enough. So this is all right. But now, let's see. HellRaisers, T-side. They've got some good gear on Markelov. Pimp has got the AWP here. Interesting play for Copenhagen.
Almost a bit of a throwback to the point in time where Pimp wanted to be a full-time AWPer and actually, you know, had like some exceptional rounds on Inferno, I remember, and then some truly horrific failure type rounds. So it wasn't all bad, but I think he got a lot of criticism at the time for it.
And it seemed like that might have been a spawn play there. Just get that spawn in mid. Pimp has the spawn for it. They decide to buy up the op. He goes for it, right? But now he's handed it back over to Cadian. So it looks like Cadian is going to be that point man. So far, some really interesting plays as well, with Tensky going for Doja's own smoke up in A apartments, using that weapon against HellRaisers. Doja, he must be fuming right now.
Definitely a bit annoying. Copenhagen Wolves, I mean, this is the round that HellRaisers just need to win. And Doja's going to take a kill back here on Cadian, so that's not too bad. They could wrap around A, and if they do, they're going to run into both the Copenhagen Wolves players down in the pit. Tensky, he's got to kill whoever is coming out of apartments. That's the main thing. The bomb is still not in the bomb site, but it's making its way in, and Doja, he makes it past. Markolov wants to get in here. He's going to get taken down by Tensky, but Simple coming in up from the graveyard is going to leave Kerby alone now in a 1-on-3 with the bomb already planted, and Simple, triple kill taking that bomb site. Damn impressive, and that's without the AWP.
Exactly. That's why, I was going into this match, I was saying, he's scary with the rifle as well. Simple, he seems to really just be this all-around talent for HellRaisers. With the AWP, Cadian has his number, it seems, at least at the beginning in the first half on this map, but with the rifle, he can definitely do some damage. But HellRaisers, Copenhagen Wolves, they kind of just play into HellRaisers' hands at that point, with both members just basically dropping back into pit and then very nicely getting smoked off. And at that point, HellRaisers are able to walk onto that site. So everything kind of went HellRaisers' way in that round. Now we need to see more of that. Oh, this is cool. Toasty.
Very nicely done. And what was even better was that Glaive actually instantly had a smoke out, and I thought actually he was going to throw it on there to extinguish the Molotov, and then he threw it right in front of him, just saying, you can just... It's too late, I can't save you.
It was basically like, you know, for the good of all, right? Oh. Maybe just set up for that play, and then Glaive gets punished handily there.
And you gotta wonder. Okay, so this sitting at the edge of the smoke by that cart used to be hugely popular when the smokes were bugged. So I'm wondering why Glaive was there in the first place, because it's really rare to see now. It actually feels a little bit strange. Tensky getting smoked off here. Nice play from HellRaisers, because Copenhagen also have been aggressive in the pit, or at least have been holding the pit like this. So, I mean, why not just try and smoke them off and see if you can take the bomb site without having to even fight them. Molotov goes down as well, forcing him away from the cross.
This is so cool by Simple. I hope it works. I mean, he tried to catch them floating around there. These shots coming through. Now he's going to get caught by Pimp, who was checking balcony, but that was a really cool play there. It's going to be Cadian now wrapping around through short, drops that bomb carrier. Copenhagen Wolves now with the two-man lead. Doja comes out through library, manages to pick up one. He's going to bring it back to a 2-on-1, but he's only got 10 seconds left to act, and he's deciding to back off and hold on to the gear he has. He doesn't see it happening, that 1v2 with the crossfire for Copenhagen Wolves. I mean, it makes sense for Doja to just be like, okay, hold on to the gear for the next round and see what we can do then.
Yeah, that's the only thing, unfortunately, because they just had that great round with Simple's triple, and now they're in a really tough spot. I think Copenhagen Wolves. It looks like they've pretty much done it here. It's going to take more than just a miracle for HellRaisers to get back in this round or in this game.
Oh, and HellRaisers, no fear. No fear. They're going to go for a buy. They have enough to be able to get an AK with Doja having so much money. He's able to drop a rifle. Kucher has enough for a Galil armor. They're actually doing this, HellRaisers. This is a HellRaisers buy through and through. They realize they want to stop. They need that buffer. If they can stop Copenhagen Wolves from getting to 14 rounds, it means that they still have a decent fighting chance, as long as they can keep Copenhagen Wolves off match point. Doja, does he have the opportunity, though? There's going to be smokes. A flash. Doja, he's waiting on the edge. Flash to go around. He's going to be ready, and there you go. Entry frag. Double entry frag for Doja. And just like that, HellRaisers have the B site.
They have dropped the bomb really far back, though, and now they're losing a couple of players, Tensky and Katie, and picking up the kills, and they're still not in the bomb site. Kucher, though, doing a good job killing Tensky, and that's obviously going to make a big difference. Now, they're actually going to wrap back around to the A bomb site, and Katie kind of walks into Dosha, shot, and Pip even getting caught out here a little bit, gets spotted, and Dosha picks up a quad kill, survives on 3 health. A bit of a mysterious round in all respects, because they took that bomb site so neatly, and then they forgot the bomb. And then when they went back to get it, they ran into the rest of Copenhagen Wolves and killed them.
Mid-round calls at that point, right? They're just like, okay, well, we just killed all the guys coming off of A site. Great, let's just go to A site.
Yeah.
But then again, at the same time, we saw that bit of that for Copenhagen Wolves as well, right? Just speeding up and getting in there, or basically playing off of entry frags. That's the problem when you set up for slow play, where you want to play for picks and just, you know, see if you can't whittle down your opponents, versus, okay, we're going to be aggressive and get up in your face. Only problem is if you're playing slowly and get caught out, well, then that sort of happens. Still, HellRaisers managed to recover, and Doja's really playing well on Cash and on Inferno both. Doja is doing a lot of work for HellRaisers.
He definitely is, and this is obviously very encouraging. So they could have gone for an eco in that last round. They saved the one gun, I think, from Doja and bought another one, and then everyone else forced up with pistols, and it worked.
Yeah.
It really worked.
The HellRaisers buy worked.
So that kind of saves them right at the edge of losing on Inferno here. Katie going to get the 1 kill, gets a second one on Kucher, who was very low on health, and he's going to be able to steal a Galil, which is not that cool, but certainly better than a pistol. Simple's going to walk right in, and that's a 3rd kill for Cadian. Bomb plant's going to be happening any second. He's on 1 health as well, and he actually has no armor, so we could really see a grenade kill at this point. But there's no grenades on HellRaisers. Oh.
I was waiting.
I'm so sad.
I was waiting for the Pyth moment where he jumps off a balcony and like misjudges and just dies to the fall damage. But Cadian doesn't do it, and he's still alive. So I actually don't think that HellRaisers have enough money to go hunting him. And is it really worth it at this point? Maybe
they could make it so that like the chicken could like take a whack at you like that beak, and you lose like 1 armor if you have armor or 1 health if you have none, and you could just get killed by chicken.
No. Can you imagine what would happen if that actually happened, man? Like,
it would be bad.
If a chicken killed you, it'd be poultry genocide. Like,
people just like exterminate them.
Even more so than they do now.
You're probably right.
It's bad enough they can give away your position.
That's 3 Molotovs. I'm waiting for more. If it is, I'm going to call it a B push already, because that could be a lot of fun bombing into the... That's something HellRaisers do every once in a while, because we always enjoy the fact that we are on Inferno, which seems like it should be a HellRaisers map, and then firebombing the B bomb site. Why not? You know, really raising hell over there.
Well, they were a team that really appropriated this play as well. Like the Burning Ring of Fire on B site. HellRaisers, that was a go-to play for them. Been a long time since we've seen it. They weren't afraid to run that sort of strat in the past. It seems like HellRaisers, though, they're just going to use that, or at least they're going to use Angel to cause a bit of a diversion over on the B site. Doja's lurking as well. He's going to take a fight, but Tensky in the pit only gets the 1. That's not quite good enough. Only Cadian alive on the A site right now for the Danes.
Yeah. And Bombers down quick this time. Kirby did pick up a kill and a second one coming in here. So that's going to be really good. Now it's a 2-on-3. It's a retake situation for Copenhagen Wolves, but they're already at the bomb site. They have the kits and everything. And Doja is so low on health. Simple is going to be dropped half health from 1 grenade. Expert play. Headshot on Simple to follow and almost mid-air, but Cadian's not going to pick up the kill. They finally get it in there. And they...
Oh, they have enough time.
Yeah. They also have a kit on Kirby, so... There is going to be enough time,
yeah,
but even if they didn't, they would have been able to stop it and re-defuse on Kievu. So that's it. HellRaisers, I mean, they get in there really effectively and fast, but they just weren't prepared for Copenhagen Wolves being there so quickly, especially Cadian, I think, dropping the... I think there's Dozier on the bomb. Disappointed that they didn't go for the push, but in 3 Molotovs is usually... I mean, I would say if you buy 3 or more, there's like there's a decent chance that the terrorist team is actually going to go for that kind of B play. But we didn't see it this time. Sad.
No, yeah, it feels like a play that was really popular for a while, especially with like Kick kind of, you know, starting it up, and then a lot of teams appropriating it. HellRaisers using it quite often as well, and then it just kind of faded away. So I could see it as a play that actually comes out. You know, it's been so long now, and then a team just uses that as a surprise tactic, just to take over at some point. They're not gonna make it a common play again, but they're just gonna kind of use it as a YOLO surprise moment to just catch teams off guard with. Right now, it's gonna be Cadian picking up that entry frag for Copenhagen Wolves. 3 guys still alive on this A site right now, and they're just playing very safely here, Copenhagen Wolves. They want to make sure they get in good positions in case HellRaisers try to come knocking at the door.
Yeah, they really are playing very defensively, which is reasonable because they've already got a kill on 1 person, so that makes a lot of sense. Cadian trying to slow down the push and reposition himself. He's not sure if they've made it in through Archway, which actually they're going through the smoke and towards him at the library, and he's going to pick up the first kill on Doja here. Goes for a second one, no-scoped, and is not going to get that one. He really, really wants to click. He's going to take down Simple, and no-scopes again on Kucha. Phenomenal play coming out. That's a quad kill from Cadian. Where's this coming from? He's playing so well. He's got 24 kills, 3 assists, and 13 deaths.
I don't know, yeah, like, what is happening? Cadian is sitting at the top of the board right now. It's incredible. I mean, it's great to see. Maybe this weekend had a positive effect on him, man. Thinking maybe the Milanese, the fresh air over there, right?
Who knows? Who knows? Simple almost walked into that grenade. Cadian going to make a kill, and that's Glaive with a shot on Doja. This is map point for Copenhagen Wolves, and HellRaisers as well. They're more than just a little bit poor here. They have Kucha with a deagle left, and to begin with, they only have pistol armor and everyone else. Kucha looking for a nice 1 deagle to maybe finish this map with, but no matter what happens, don't see him coming out alive. And it's going to be Kevy with a final kill. And that's how 1-1 in terms of maps.